Star money draped in gold, we sippin' on success. Diamonds make moves, icy wrists stay fresh. Dating lights flicker, shadows of the best. Click rolling deep, never failing, no test. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let 'em know. OVO night.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to Super Bowl Sunday On God Podcast Special. Everything I do it on God. Everything we do it on God. And when I do what these two crazy motherfuckers do on God, Young Money, Bad News, Co-CEO of Star Money Click, number one rapper in the world, BMC for life, legendary album coming soon. 1-5, the other Co-CEO of Star Money Click, number one producer in the world. Punch Me Vodka sponsors every show that we do. It is his vodka. Mountaintop single out right now, streaming. That is Jimmy Two Times, brother from another mother. He is also a 49ers fan. And it is about that time that Roger Craig make the Hall of Fame, honestly. We are the On God Podcast. All right. First off, we're going to start off with the picks. 1-5, who you got?
I'm going to take Seattle, man.
All right. 2 times, who you got?
New England.
I got Seattle for sure. 1-5, give me your keys to victory for the Seahawks and give me your keys to victory for New England.
All right, so for the Seahawks, they're allowing 17.2 points per game this year, which is the best scoring defense. I think that Byron Murphy II, Leonard Williams, and DeMarcus Lawrence, they got to keep lane integrity, keep Drake May uncomfortable, and they have to have at least 3 sacks to win the game today. Drake May's been sacked 15 times in the playoffs this year, so that's doable. And they got to get him off of his spot and out kind of running around a little bit, running for his life, which could also work to the Patriots' advantage if he's able to do that. But then they got to they got to confuse him in the secondary. And like I said earlier, the discipline in their lanes on defense, especially in the front, gap integrity. On offense, Sam Darnold is going to have to stay away from the INTs because we all know he's susceptible to throw a really bad interception here and there, if not a couple. They need to get Jackson Smith and Jigma involved heavily into the game. They need to use Shaheed to take the top off the defense, to give Jackson Smith some room to operate. Then they got to run the ball smart and effective and control the time of possession. That's for the Seahawks. And for the Patriots have to protect Drake May. They have to. He's been sacked 15 times, like I said. They're going to have to use Stevenson and Henderson in the backfield to chip block and protect, and they're going to have to use those guys in the quick passing and use screens effectively to disrupt the pass rush from the Seahawks and kind of make them kind of back off a little bit. They're going to have to push the field. They're going to have to push the ball upfield. Not a lot of dink and dunks. Only when, they're going to have to push the ball upfield. I don't know if Drake May has thrown a ball that far this year, but they're going to have to in this game. Special teams, Marcus Jones has got to have a big day, give them some good field position because I think they're going to kick a lot of field goals, and they're going to need him to have a big game. And then in defense, they're going to have to make Sam Darnold uncomfortable in the pocket. They're going to have to give him happy feet, make him throw on the run, and that's when he's at his worst. And then they're going to have to win the turnover battle. I think if they get 1-2 turnovers, that they'll win the game.
All right, 2 times. What is your keys to victory for Seattle and your keys to victory for New England?
Well, first of all, for New England, I feel like they're going to have to do exactly what the Rams did to Seattle's defense. You're going to have to force them to play man-to-man defense. You got to be able to get Diggs involved heavily. You got to be able to, you know, spread that ball around, move the chains. Because one thing about Seattle's defense is they have a great third down defense percentage. I think you're going to have to get Stevenson and the other young boy behind him, y'all guy, involved in the running game. You can't be averaging less than 3 yards a carry, man. You got to get these cats and stay on the field and get Seattle's defense tired. I feel like Drake May is going to have to play cool and calm. I think that they're going to have to probably give him some real easy plays to get him going early, because you don't want to give Seattle's defense enough confidence on the first few possessions to feel like they can just keep the game under control defensive wise. I feel like New England on defense should probably do a lot of what Seattle does, and that's try to force the offense to play under the sticks and rally to the point of the ball and tackle effectively. You know, defense wins games. That's what they normally say about football. And I feel like both of these teams have good defense, although I feel like Seattle's defense is a little bit better. But I feel like New England's defense is very underrated. That's why, like I said, the obvious pick is Seattle, but I feel like New England can come with an upset if they can actually accomplish everything that I'm saying. But as far as like what Seattle's doing, you know, with Charbonnet being out, they're kind of one-dimensional. They have normally a 1-2 punch on offense. I think that's going to be a problem, especially since they're playing a very good defense in New England. I think if, you know, as far as offense-wise, I think they need to be able to spread the ball out. I think the key for them is going to be able to get Kupp going. Because, see, the defense is going to be focusing on JSN anyway. So if Kupp can have a good game, Seattle's going to have a good game. Continue to just protect Darnold, you know, because he kind of has those moments kind of like Stafford does. He'll have a good game until he does something crazy as fucking throw an interception or turn over the ball at the wrong time of the game to give the game away. Because that's how we beat them in week 1. He turned the ball over right when they was about to score and ended the game, you know, on a strip sack. Seattle's defense is just so damn dominant, though, man. It's like if they're allowed to do what they want to do, which is play a cover 3 shell and force you into third and long, they're going to get you off the field very quickly. And they don't really give up a whole lot of touchdowns. So I feel like if they can actually, like 1-5 says, you know, come up with a lot of sacks and, you know, incomplete passes, batted down balls and things like that, and play into their effective third down defense that they have, this is going to get into a real quick low-scoring game, which I don't think New England wants to do because that plays into Seattle's hands. But overall, I feel like, you know, Seattle is susceptible to lose. And I've seen them play some really strange games with some division foes like Arizona and us, where they kind of get out of their game. And I think that's where New England can actually get them and actually, you know, find a way to pull this game out.
Well, the piggyback real quick. I think New England, Drake May is sneaky athletic. Like, he's one of those guys you don't think is very athletic, kind of like a Eli Manning used to be. Not very super athletic, but he does enough with his feet to kind of put you in better positions. And I think if they are going to win, he's going to have to do a lot of stuff like that today. And I don't think you want him to do a lot of stuff like that.
Nah, he's a poor man's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Seattle has to stick to the plan. If Seattle plays their game, New England can't fuck with them.
Right.
Seattle's defense is better. Seattle's offense is better. Seattle has to, when they're on defense, make sure that you don't let Drake May get yards off of scrambles, because that's what he does. He likes to run away. He runs. If there ain't nobody open, he's running. So every time you get a chance to tattoo his ass, you better tattoo his ass. I don't think the problem with New England in this game, New England does not have enough weapons, to me, to beat Seattle. So the way they're going to have to beat them is you're going to have to outsmart them. You're going to have to dink and dunk. They can't, because Seattle's not going to give up no long balls to New England, because New England ain't a long ball throwing team. They dink and dunk to a 14-3 record. That's how they got here. The tight end catches the longest passes he throws, literally. So it's like New England's not that type of team. Stephon Diggs doesn't take the top off. The other receiver, Booty, doesn't take the top off. That's just not how they play. And Josh McDaniel doesn't call the game that way either. He never has, except when he had Randy Moss. And the only reason why they threw it down the field when they had Randy Moss, because it was Randy Moss. But if you go in history of Josh McDaniel calling games for Tom Brady, go watch the games. Tight end,
dink and dunk.
Dink and dunk the whole fucking game. But that plays in Seattle's. That plays into their pack. You're playing into their hands. Because if you can't go over top of Seattle and they keep that front seven down there and that secondary right there, you're fucked. That's New England's. That's Seattle's way of winning the game. Sam Darnold, all he got to do is play his game. He's been playing the whole playoffs. He has looked good the whole playoffs. He has not fucked up one time for real in this playoff. If he consistently plays like he's been playing, it won't be no problem for them on offense. Cooper Kupp to me is the X factor because Cooper Kupp was the third down guy against the Rams. Every third down, he was looking at Kupp. JSN just got to do what JSN always do. And he's going to have to make sure that Garner gets that ball. The tight end gets the ball a lot too. Because New England's linebackers, they aggressive as fuck. So they're going to get calls. New England side of it is you have to run the screen passes to these running backs. You have to. Because Seattle's so aggressive. And the slow down and aggressive defense, just like 1-5 said, the screen game is going to be your best friend. And you really want to get it to Travion more than you want to get it to Stevenson, because when Travion get an open field, it's a problem.
Yeah.
But they're going to need Stephon Diggs to have his biggest game of the year today, because Booty is all right, but Stephon Diggs is supposed to be the number one.
Mm-hmm.
And if Seattle can double him and rely on Booty beating him, Seattle going to beat the fuck out of them. I'm going to just be honest. If it come down to that, they're going to beat their ass. But New England has to make sure that if they are going to dink and dunk, get that shit out early. Drake May can't hold the ball because he's going to get sacked because Denver was sacking him. And if Denver has their quarterback, I don't even think we're talking about New England in the championship right now. I really don't. That's just me personally. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, I got Seattle. 2 times got the Patriots, and 1-5 got Seattle. That's our picks. We sticking to that. All right, let's get these side notes so I can get the hell out of here and start cooking my Super Bowl dinner. 2 times. What's your side note?
It's tied this time.
I don't give a fuck. 2 times. What's your side note? I don't give a fuck if it was Jesus.
All right. Okay, well, Jesus is always number one, first of all. But
Just
I like
side note.
Hey, I'd like to say rest in peace to former Philadelphia Eagle and Washington Redskins quarterback Sonny Jurgensen. He died. He was 91 years old. He was a champion with the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960 as a backup behind I can't think his name right now, but either way, he was a champion. Rest in peace to him, and my condolences to him and his family. I'd like to say happy birthday to probably one of the greatest centers in NBA history, Alonzo Mourning. He's 56 today. Congratulations and happy birthday to Julio Jones. He's 37 today. And Klay Thompson is 36 today. So happy birthday to all 3 of those brothers on behalf of us. So
happy birthday, guys. And condolences to the first person, a former Philadelphia Eagle and Washington Redskin and his family. Condolences to his family as well from the On God podcast. 1-5, what is your side note today?
My side note is Super Bowl halftime commercials. We got to get better.
Man.
Be the best part of the Super Bowl. You used to watch for the commercial. Even if people didn't like football, they would watch this game just for the commercials. They are ass now.
Terry Tate, office linebacker.
Not good at all. I used to watch the commercials like everybody else. Go to school the next day like, man, did you see that commercial? That shit was funny. You can't say that no more. They're terrible.
Them shits is trash.
Get back on your A game, Hollywood. Let's see these commercials.
They too expensive to be whack.
Yeah. And shout out to Bad Bunny for the halftime performance. I'm not going to watch it this year. Not my thing. But I understand what the NFL's doing, trying to go global and bring in, the Hispanic, football
fan base. Yeah.
Fan base down there. That would be huge for the NFL if they can bring at it money-wise. So I understand the move, just not the move for me. So that's my side notes.
I ain't fucking with the Super Bowl halftime show either. I'm not a Bad Bunny fan. But I will say this. I want to give a shout out to my Tar Heels last night. We beat our rival. It was so fun to watch. I'm happy we got our W. It was a hell of a game. Great game. I ain't gonna hold you. Great game. There was a lot of old school legends in the building last night too. And that motherfucker, the Dean Dome was rocking last night. So shout out to them Tar Heels. Like I say every time we do this shit, everything I do it on God. Everything we do it on God. When I do these two crazy motherfuckers, do it on God. Young Money, Bad News, Coach C of Starman the Click. No More Rapping the World, BMC for Life. Legendary album coming soon. 1-5, other Coach C of Starman the Click. No One Producing the World. Punch Me Vodka sponsors every show we do. Mountaintop, streaming right now. Check it out. Jimmy 2 times. He's waiting on Roger Craig to get that go ahead to get into the Hall of Fame. He is also my brother from another mother. Like I said, y'all stay prayed up. I know y'all gonna watch the Super Bowl tonight. If you get out and you go somewhere, be fucking safe because I know y'all gonna be drunk. We out, bro.
Assalamu alaikum, baby.
Peace.
Star money draped in gold, we sipping on success. Diamonds make moves, icy wrists stay fresh. Dating lights flicker, shadows of the best. Click rolling deep, never failing, no test. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let 'em know. OVO.